Let's talk more about the colds. This year, we do it every year. We talk about the winter outlook, what might be ahead of us. And this year, a little bit of a fun twist. Play along with us. Hello and welcome to Winter Weather Jeopardy! Right around this time every year, the WBZ Next Weather team tries to look into the upcoming season and see what we might expect this time around. Let's say hello to today's contestants. We have Jason Mikell, Alyssa Andrews, Jacob Wycoff, and Lexie O'Connor. Thank you for joining us. Good luck to everyone. Let's take a look at the board and our categories for today. And they are Not Another Niña, Ocean Indicators, Arid Autumns, Polar Plunges, and WBZ Legends, and that is a video category. Jason, you are the newest member of the team, so you have control of the board.
Oh, well, thank you, Alex. Oh, I mean Ken. Oh, I mean Eric. Sorry about that. I think I will take Not Another Niña for 200.
Okay. And the answer is a stripe of cooler than average water in the equatorial Pacific.
What is La Niña?
That's absolutely correct.
After a very active El Niño pattern last year, La Niña is back on deck. Normally characterized by colder than average waters off the west coast of South America, this typically brings warmer than average temperatures across the northeast as well as the southeast. Colder than average temperatures, though, for the west coast of America as well as the north.
That's a good answer, and it's absolutely correct. Now, we do expect a weak La Niña, so this one might open the door for some other indicators as well. Speaking of, Jacob, why don't we hear from you next? You have control of the board.
I'm going to take Arid Autumns for 600, Eric.
The answer is dry leaves dropping, snowflakes stopping.
What is a very dry fall?
You're correct.
So a very dry fall, you might think that things are going to have to change course, but history tells us the exact opposite. Boston's 5 driest fall seasons have led to a paltry 21 inches of snow the following winter. 9 out of the 12 driest had below average snowfall, and the 3 that had more were all preceded by a cold November.
And those temperatures are important too, because when you look at that temperature swing in November, it makes all the difference. The 10 warmest Novembers on record, they all had below average snowfall in the winter that followed. All right, Alyssa, let's hear from you next.
Eric, I'll take Polar Plunges for 1,000.
The answer is strong means calm, weak means watch out below.
What is the polar vortex?
Nailed it.
Well, it's starting out very strong, and when it couples with the troposphere, which is where our weather happens, it bottles up all that cold Arctic air up around the poles. And when it is stronger, it may mean that our best window to get that cold and wintry weather may come towards the end of the winter season, when and if it weakens.
That's something we've said a lot recently. These winters that have started around or just after Martin Luther King Day, and this might be another one of those that follows in that same path. All right, last but not least, Lexie, let's hear from you.
I'll take Ocean Indicators for 200.
All right. The answer is, when this area warms, winters tend to whimper.
What is the Northwest Pacific?
That is the spot.
This pattern is called negative PDO, or negative Pacific Decadal Oscillation. In recent months, the last 2 months in fact, we've had the most extreme negative PDO on record. A large number of our calmest and least snowy winters occur when we are in this phase, especially coupled with La Niña. This has happened several times in recent years.
Yes, it has, absolutely. Now, we've got some great information here, but you guys having a little too much fun, I think. My turn to control the board, and I would like to take WBZ Legends.
While Boston may be balmy, this part of New England can often still cash in on fresh powder during a La Niña winter.
Leave it to Barry to find where the snow is. The answer is, what are the northern New England mountains? Yes, in a La Niña winter, there tends to be a southeast ridge, but it's usually cold enough in some of that higher terrain, a little farther north, where we still do see some significant snow. So even though we expect quieter conditions down south, up to the north, ski areas might not have to worry that much and get significant snowfall out of this one. All right, that brings us to the final category of the night, which of course is Final Jeopardy. The answer is, what is the WBZ winter outlook for this season? Contestants, ponder your answers. All right, I think our time is up. Jason, we begin with you. What's your response?
Lower heating bills.
We like that. Alyssa?
Shorter pond hockey season.
Not sure if I love that one, though. Jacob?
How about this? Keep the golf clubs handy.
I'll meet you out there. Lexie?
still hope up north.
All right, so these are the themes of our upcoming winter season, and what we essentially expect here is another fairly quiet New England winter. It means it won't necessarily not snow, but it might not snow a lot. Now we're expecting less than 30 inches of snow in Boston. We'll also expect milder than average conditions. These patterns sometimes get stuck. The 1980s were basically snowless around Boston. The 2010s were known for huge nor'easters and big winters. We're back into a period of quieter winters, and we think that will extend to this particular season as well. But those are just our educated guesses as forecasters. As always, nature has the final word. Thank you to our contestants. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you with the next snowfall forecast. Good night.
Look out, Ken Jennings!
Next job, next future, yeah.
Great. That was awesome.
To everyone who worked on that, that was
Bravo.
incredible.
Nicely
that was
done.
so good.
Love to hear it. You know, we try to make it interesting. It's sciencey. It's an educated guess here. So, because a lot of indicators are pointing toward a quiet winter, doesn't mean we can't have a big winter. Nature's going to do what it does. So we just try to take historical information, put it into context, come up with a guess. Last year it worked out. We'll see what happens this time around.
And you make it entertaining. It was
Hopefully
awesome.
so.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.